And welcome back to the channel, Survivors. We're officially diving back into the world of Ark here on this beautiful Monday morning. So again, happy Monday to everybody out there. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. But nevertheless, we're going to be diving in, giving you guys some good news and some bad news related to Ark and what we can expect. Alrighty, so diving right in, let's start off with the bad news and just rip the band-aid off and get it out of the way so that we can end the video on a high note. Alright, so the very first thing that we've gotten found out about is actually Aberration's map DLC. Originally thought that it was going to be launching in July according to the roadmap, and then eventually we changed our speculation to August, obviously because we just dropped the center map on June 2nd, but on top of that, they announced that every 2 months they are aiming to drop another map DLC or another huge large update for the game. Well, neither one of those have actually come true. Via the community crunch on Friday, they actually posted that they were going to be pushing it back for another month here to arrive now in September of 2024, specifically September 4th. Their official statement was, to give this special map the attention it deserves, we have moved the launch date to September 4th. Our team is refining the process to complete the remastering of the content as effectively as possible while maintaining our quality. We apologize for the delay in bringing the beloved Aberration map to you, but it will be worth the wait. This one actually hurt a little bit. I was honestly really hoping that they would stick to the every 2 month, content schedule that would give them a full 2 months to fresh out and iron out, whatever the next DLC is for the game. But unfortunately, that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. It is going to be a total of 3 months between, the center map releasing and then obviously Aberration dropping, at least at the current state, of the date being September 4th. Now, obviously that could be delayed even further the closer we get to September 4th, but you guys know we're not going to find out that information until literally September 4th if they are going to delay it any further. And it's unfortunate, but I do honestly think this is going to hurt the player base. I think the player counts are going to continue to drop between now and then, especially with all of the other survival games that have currently come out around this time, and including like a brand new big update to something like Pal World, which already did put a massive dent in the player base when it originally launched. So it's going to be interesting to see, and keep an eye out on all of the statistics and stuff up until the Aberration's release. And now, speaking of bad news, let's dive in and talk about another unfortunate event that could potentially be starting a downward spiral here for Ark. And now, normally I'm not one to speculate too heavy or thrive deep into the, demise of a publisher or, a game, especially one that I love here for Ark. But there is some alarming news that players need to be aware of and concerned about, especially when it comes to the future of Ark. So over on Twitter, another awesome content creator, Lieutenant Buzz Lightbeer, has been reporting on this for months and has been just constantly keeping up with all of these, like investor lawful type of, documentation, and just kind of keeping up with what we can expect for the publishing side of things for the Ark games or the Ark franchise. Well, Buzz actually put on here, Ark's publisher Snail Games USA has just received a compliance notice from NASDAQ due to their stock falling below $1 a share for the past 30 consecutive business days. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest, I'm not the best at reading legal jargon or interpreting it correctly, but one thing I have done, that is reading everything that Buzz has posted for the past couple of months related to this specifically, and also I've read through all of the comments on this post, and so I've kind of gathered my thoughts on what exactly this means or what it could potentially mean here in the future. Well, number one, if the stock prices, from my understanding, goes below $1 a share for too long, right, then there is a potential chance of them removing Snail Games as the publisher for Ark. Now, I'm not exactly sure why or how that actually functions, but that could potentially mean good news or bad news for the Ark franchise, because one, if they drop Snail Games as a publisher, they would obviously have the potential chance to pick up another publisher, but that other publisher obviously has to be willing to take on Ark and everything it is, right? Which again, it could be a very positive thing for us getting away from Snail Games, right? Well, that could be very positive. But on the high note, or the, not high note, but on the other note, or the bad note, whatever you want to call it, A publisher could not pick up the game franchise, and unfortunately, it could just be left high and dry, and we would only get to experience what we currently have now available for Ark. I don't know, I definitely think it's something that players should be concerned about and know kind of what's going on, or in the know of what's going on, but I am really curious to know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know down below in the comment section. And so now, with the bad news out of the way, let's dive into some positive stuff that we can expect here on the horizon for Ark. So number one, obviously, it was already mentioned earlier, but we have the Summer Bash event. They did break this down in the community crunch. They talked about that the Summer Bash event will be going on or starting Wednesday, July 3rd, and then it will be running all the way until Wednesday, July 17th. Again, this is going to be on the official network. You can also enable this on your private servers via the Nitrado web portal. But either way, here they break down everything you need to know. We've got the events rates listed here on screen. They've got the event item, which is the festive dino candy for the Summer Swirl Taffy. And additionally, we've got all of the event skins. With exclusively, we've got 12 new skins that we can see for this Summer Bash event. That's going to be the pineapple sunglasses, the sun visor, the fireworks hat, the Sarcos, the puka shell bracelet. We have the shark costume, which is the one I'm most excited about. You can see that here in this image. I think it's going to be awesome running around and utilizing this. We have the balloon sword, which again is going to be really, really fun. We have the balloon axe, the balloon pick, the water pistol, which again, very cool and creative. It's going to look like a little squirt gun. We have a cooler, and we also have the barbecue grill. And obviously the list continues to go on for all of the ones we've seen in the past. We also have an event emote that's not brand new, but the air guitar will be making its appearance. And in addition, we have the wild creature colors that are going to be coming alongside the event. And speaking of new things here on top of the Summer Bash event, let's talk about some of the other new things we have still in store between now and Aberration's release. First up, we have the Ark Edition creatures. Again, these were originally mods, but now they're making their way into the base version of Ark. I believe we've only had 2 so far being added into the game, and then now we're going to be seeing a third potentially between now and Aberration's release. In the community crunch, they do state a singular creature. They say new Ark Edition's creature. So I'm thinking we should only expect maybe 1 between now and then, just because of the way that they worded it here, but hey, we could potentially see more creatures being added in between now and then. And it doesn't stop there. They also mentioned a ton of updates coming to Club Ark. You guys know that I absolutely love Club Ark, and I also did a video recently here, if you guys are playing on private servers and not on the official network, on how you yourself can also unlock the Club Ark for your either personal server or a cluster of servers that you currently play on. If you guys are interested in checking that out, you can click up here at the top. But when it relates to new things coming to Club Ark, some things they have mentioned or are aware of are going to be like new bounties. So we're going to be expecting some new different rotating bounties, hopefully, for when it comes to these mini games and missions for us to complete to earn these tokens. And on top of that, they talked about new game modes. So hopefully we can be seeing some sort of like, duos or trios when it comes to the dueling system in the game. On top of that, they talked about making some changes or reworks to the loot that you can get and gamble for utilizing your in-game tokens. And then last but not least here, they also mentioned a lot of additional skins or additional cosmetics that you could potentially win and earn and take back to your original server with you. Again, in general, I think all of this stuff sounds really, really good on paper, but we do have to be cautious and just wait to see what exactly is delivered into the game. And with that being said, survivors, that does wrap up all the official news that you guys need to know related to Ark. As always, if you guys want to stay up to date with everything that I produce, please do subscribe here on the channel. You can hit that notification bell directly below this video as well, so you guys get notified anytime I drop a video or when I go live, which is typically 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Additionally, don't forget I do have a PvE Ark community. We have all of the maps clustered, the island map, the center map, and Scorched to Earth. If you guys are interested in checking that out, you can do so by utilizing and joining the Discord link down below in the description. As always, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you all on the next one.